And so this, you call it the Git bass?
Git bass or bass guitar. I can't think of a good name for it. It's more of a bass than a guitar, like functionally, but conceptually, it's more of a guitar than a bass because it's tuned like a guitar.
Right.
That's why it's a hybrid.
It's tuned like if you had a 7-string guitar and then you tuned it down so the B was a G, like a major third down.
Right.
But you still have that the B string that's like a third instead of a perfect fourth that still exists on its tuning. So like someone who plays guitar would probably be more comfortable noodling on it if they could get the intonation right than someone who plays bass where they've tuned it all in straight fourths. So I have trouble deciding what quite to call it.
And so this is your main live instrument.
Yeah, this is the only thing I really play right now, honestly, except for like a little piano to teach kids at work.
But I mean for like Telephant Graveyard.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, I play this all the time. Yeah, that's the main thing. I'm a little worried about the online fretless one in a live setting because if I can't hear myself, I have nothing to fall back on. So I might keep using the line one for live just as that safety net.
And so I'd imagine that you're kind of limited to only clean sounds when you're playing.
I tried some dirty. We want to try some bi-amping with an AV pedal. Because like through a guitar amp, the high strings sound real guitar-y and good, like a cool slide guitar. But like you can't really get that on the bass amp, but then you can't get the nice lows on through the guitar amp. And I'm more of a bass function in the band, so right now I prioritize being a bass. But we really want to get like some kind of bi-amped like dirty sound when I need it for taking a solo and stuff. Because I find with pedals like it kind of works, but through the bass amp with it, and it doesn't. It's not happening like when we put it through Eric's Yamaha amp.
Yeah.
It's not cooking the same way.
Yeah, we have like that's in rehearsal. That's the next thing that we're gonna look at is trying to fill out our sound with the three of us.
Yeah,
which I think we can manage. And the fact you got that hybrid, it's gonna be new challenges, but I think it'll bring like a new original sound to everything for sure.
Eventually, I want to learn to make my own pickups too, so that I can like make like a little pickup that's just for the 3 top strings, like to do some more intricate bi-amping. But I just don't have the time or resources right now to do that.
Yeah.
The fact it's already made is already like a miracle.
That's a future. Yeah. It's a future project. You don't always have time for everything right away.
It's almost so like Eddie Van Halen in a way. It was like, I wanted a guitar that's not on the market, so I just fucking made my own.
Yeah. I was listening to like an interview with Roger Daltrey from The Who, and all those guys, John Entwistle, him and
Brian May as well. They're like, the guitar I wanted didn't exist, so I made it.
Yeah, because it was all post-war and they had no fucking money, and they're like, well, we want to play guitars. So, and Pete Townsend's was the best because he had a real Fender neck, and they made the body around that, whereas the rest of them had like they made the whole thing and like they didn't have a truss rod, so it became like a bow and arrow after a week, But like those guys just really wanted to play, and they're like, I'm gonna do this. Like, we're gonna build our own shitty guitars and we're gonna learn on them. And then eventually they got good ones, obviously. But like, I don't know, there's something about that inventive spirit I think is cool.
Yeah, it definitely makes for a distinct sound. Like Brian May sticks out. Like you can tell when he's soloing.
2 notes, it's him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's also like playing.
Also, the fact he plays with like a coin. Too.
I was gonna say he plays with a
like,
penny
oh my
or something.
god.
I saw an interview or like I don't know if you guys know Ted Green. He's more of a jazz guitarist, but there's a video. A lot of his old like lessons are online, and it's one of him like playing with a penny or something like that. He's like, yeah, I started doing this for like lead line stuff. It's really funny too because he's playing and he's like, it's getting like a clicky sound. He's like, I don't like this. So he takes a guitar pick, and then like the sound is there. He's like, I can't do it. I'm taking the penny.